you don't believe in sex before marriage.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think most Filipinas still practice that?
I would say no,
Yeah.
especially that we are now in the 21st century and most of the youth are already liberated already, and yeah,
Social media is also kind of ruining
Yes.
our
Hmm.
culture in a
and
way.
practices.
Yes.
That's why I say I'm not looking for anything serious right now. I know a lot of women want to find that partner, and I know a lot of women don't want to be out here and being sluts and hoeing around, but they can't find their guy that they want. So
I was again disappointed at him because he was too loud inside the cinema and he doesn't even have like an ethics. He's like putting his feet in front of a chair and like talking loudly. So I ended up leaving after I saw the credits. That was the first date and would be the last one.
Ah, okay. And it happened many times too,
Yeah,
with a different
with a different
different
guy
guy.
again.
Okay.
oh
What?
man.
What? Are they all
Exactly.
Filipino guys?
Yes, they
What?
are all Filipino.
Bro.
Oh, okay. What was your last date?
My last date was, I don't know, I can no longer remember it.
Okay.
Maybe last May, I guess.
Okay. Last May. Okay. So, did you also pay for that date?
Oh yes, I paid for that date again. I thought that he will
Damn.
treat me, but when we were already at the place, he asked me if I have the money to pay for the food.
Didn't you learn the first
Oh
time?
my god.
You should
Right.
have like a questionnaire. Okay, now we're asking me out. Are you gonna pay for the bill or are we splitting the bill?
I'm just like hopeless romantic.
I know. I'm so sorry. That is so weird. All right. So first date. Do you kiss the guy? Do you hug the guy?
As a Filipina, of course, we should be very demure, so I will just like hug him as an appreciation for what we did that day. And then
Okay.
maybe later on, after a few more dates, then we could like do the kissing or hug more than hug.
More than hug. Okay. But after a few
Bedroom
days.
action,
Yeah,
baby.
after a few days, of course, I'll get to know him first.
Okay. But no kiss during
The first date,
first date. Same thing with sex. You don't sleep with,
of
you know,
course.
the guy you just met. But what about other Filipinos? Maybe other, some of your friends. Do you think they sleep with a guy the first date?
There are times that they are going to share something,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not my friends, it's like other people. They're going to share
Oh,
experiences. It's like friends of friends, they're going to share those experiences that it's like their first date, they went out with a guy and turns out they went to a motel, something like that.
right there. Oh, okay. But not
Mm.
your friends, maybe an acquaintance.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, Filipinos or Filipinas usually don't do that.
For
Mm-hmm.
me, I'm actually a kind of religious woman,
Mm-hmm.
I should say,
Yeah, I could
because
tell she
I
is.
wanted to like preserve my womanhood for the men that I'm going to marry in the future.
Your
So,
womanhood.
so I don't do like sleep with them after a few dates. I don't know how things go, but yeah, that's it. I don't like sleep with them immediately just because I love them.
Okay, so yeah, even though you're dating someone here, doesn't mean to say you automatically sleep with
Yeah,
them.
you are like required to sleep with them just because you're dating with them.
Okay, especially for conservative Filipinas, and if just like you're preserving
Yeah.
preserving the goodies, your womanhood, your virtue for your husband.
Mm-mm.
So you don't believe in sex before marriage.
Yeah,
Okay, so you wanted to just be your husband, the one and only.
yeah.
Do you think most Filipinas still practice that?
I would say no,
Yeah.
especially that we are now in the 21st century and most of the youth are already liberated already, and yeah,
And they're experimenting with
their partners.
with partners. Okay, so it's sad to say that social media is also kind of ruining
Yes.
our
Hmm.
culture in a
And
way.
practices.
Yes, because it's always like a big deal here. It's always like our parents, our grandmothers is like you
Mm.
have to preserve.
Your womanhood.
Yeah, it has to be only your husband. All right, so
Sorry, let me
dating.
pause one more
I'm
time, one more time, one more time. Okay, yeah, I noticed that. I watched some vlogs where this guy was American guy, a black guy, and a white guy. They both went on a trip to the Philippines. I think it was in Manila or somewhere in Cebu, or like a town or in the province, and they went to a bar or club. They met some girls. They brought them to their hotel room, and as they're vlogging everything that they're saying, I don't remember if the girls got them a drink or they got the girls to drink. Brought them to the hotel, and they're speaking in their language, so I'm assuming they're saying something bad. So he's trying to tell them to speak English. They refused to, and then afterwards, I don't know if they kicked them out or they decided to leave on their own, and they didn't get no action. So yeah, social media has really fucked women up, not just in America, but everywhere, worldwide. We're doomed. We're cooked. But that's why I say I'm not looking for anything serious right now. I know a lot of women want to find that partner, and I know a lot of women don't want to be out here and being sluts and hoeing around, but they can't find their guy that they want. So
That part.
it's frustrating a lot of men like myself. Instead of me stressing it, just continuing on building myself up, focus on reaching my goals, and then have the women come around me. And I'm gonna choose more than one. You know, I gotta have a whole variety of women. Have that abundance mindset where I have multiple women. They all don't have to live here in my same state. They don't have to live in another state. They don't have to live outside of the country. They could be everywhere, bro. It's better to have them in multiple places, nearby my location, far away from my location, online. I notice a lot of Filipinas here in my country here in America are liberated as fuck. And I can only imagine if I go out there. Same thing. And I know that some of the girls on the live stream apps who are not my friends, it's their friends, and whoop de whoop. They smoke cigarettes, they vape, they got tattoos all over their bodies, they have multiple baby daddies. And I was surprised. I was really fucking surprised. They're going on a rant on their stream just talking about their exes and like bullshit that you don't really fucking want to hear. They're just damaged goods, bruh. They're just useful for sex only. If you try to settle down with one, she's not gonna appreciate it because she's used to the guys who just don't give a fuck about them. That's just what it is. But you know, there's plenty of hers out there, so it's not just this individual in this video here, but everything that she said, yeah, she pretty much dealt with trashy men who she probably found attractive and didn't say no to paying for everything, even though he was not a man of value, probably not a man of God. Like she said, has bad ethics, and probably wasn't raised properly. No, we don't need those kind of men. There's two parties who are to blame: men who are not being men, and women who are putting up with those guys who are not being real men. Boom. There we go. All right, let me get back to the video.
I know some people are quick to decide whenever they see someone. Oh, okay, I want to date this person. So, what are the things that you're looking for in a man? What are the things like, ooh, that makes you tingle? Makes you tingle?
Well, it's not a trait, but there are two. Like sometimes when they like show that they compliment me like a lot because I like sometimes seek for assurance, words of affirmation,
Ah, okay.
and food. When they are going to like bring food for me.
Food that you don't have to pay for.
Yes,
Okay.
that I don't have to pay for.
Okay. So, what are your biggest turnoffs, like when it comes to physical appearance?
There is no like certain like traits why I or there's anything that I hate with the guy of physical appearance, but if
Okay.
they don't have like personal hygiene, because there's the one time that I dated someone and I don't know what I see in him, but he like it seems like it's been a year that he didn't have his tooth clean or teeth clean rather.
Oh my
Being very
gosh.
loud in like a public space or any public area. I hate it. And also like a guy that keeps on like bragging things that they have achieved. Like
Oh
there
no.
are times that you are going to brag out, but it's in a good way. But that
Mm-hmm.
there are times that they normally brags like
This is how much money I've
Arrogant,
got, or
yeah.
I got this, I got that. You don't like that kind of
Yeah,
guy.
and also
flashy.
downgrading other people just to lift themselves up.
Oh, okay. So when you're, let's say you're browsing a profile, what are the biggest red flags that you're, trying to watch out for?
There are like looking for hookups, and when I'm in a dating site, I'm looking for something serious because I'm like a type of woman who dates to marry, and I immediately avoid if I'm like going to see a profile that indicating on their bio for hookups, something like that.
For hookups
I would
only.
like slide right away.
Ah,
Swipe
okay.
right.
Mm.
Swipe right.
Swipe
Okay.
right, swipe left.
I don't know how
I
that how
no
things
longer
work.
remember.
But I think that's Tinder, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Tinder or I don't know.
There are other apps as well and websites, but um, I know that Tinder in the West, it's like a booty call or a hookup dating app, but not necessarily here in the Philippines. There are actually like real people looking for a relationship
Mm-hmm.
there. So, how many of your friends are on a dating website?
Coworkers
Coworkers.
who are
Damn.
in a dating website. One time they're going to tell about how their date went well, and then afterwards, when we are going to ask them how was the status of the like relationship, they will just say, "Oh, never mind."
Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a one-time thing.
Okay. The reason why that is because most of us guys, it's hard for us to get laid. It's so easy for women to get laid. But there are some women who don't want to just have sex. They want an actual relationship. They want someone to take care of them. But both sides of the coins are not on the same page with this. So most men are online. Most men, not all men. Most of us men are online to get women from the sites in real life to hook up with. That's all we want. Have fun. And there are a few guys who the women are not fucking attracted to who want a relationship. But women want the bad boys to commit to them. That's the thing. It just seems like the Philippines and other countries now are starting to pick up on how the West is slowly but surely. So, like, most women online are just provocative and really naughty. But the moment when a guy's being naughty, they want to report them right away. But it's not the guy's fault because they want to be a slut online and get all this attention and validation and thinking that this inadequacy is okay. But they get away with it. We don't really get away with it. As a man, we don't get away with it. Women do. But it bites them in the ass later when the guys run away and don't want to deal with them. So, yeah. All right, let me get back to it. We're almost done.
Yeah, thank you. Next.
Oh, okay. Oh, that is
Mm.
so sad. But do you think it's becoming a trend here? They're not your friends, they're just coworkers. Do you
Mm-hmm.
think like the hookup culture is becoming a trend?
Yeah, I would say yes, because especially people at my age, they are like just more into doing the FUBU thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they're nothing like or they're not looking for anything more serious. I don't know.
That's kind of sad
Yes.
compared to before. You have to go to the woman's house
House.
and do the harana or that kind of stuff. Would you like a guy to go to your house and do harana to you?
Oh, well, I would love to experience that.
Even though if they don't sing well.
Yeah. Or maybe I'll stop them from singing and just come in.
Okay, just come in.
Let's talk about something in your life.
Okay. So yeah, it is always like the best gesture if you're trying to date someone. Go to her house and then actually ask permission from the parents and yeah, actually visit her in the house, right?
Yeah.
That's like
Mm.
the old way. I actually had
The
that when
old
I was in high
fashioned way,
school.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was like in
How
high
was the
school.
experience?
It was weird because my dad
I
can,
just get my ass a hotel room.
chase the
They don't
guy
have to worry
with the
about
machete.
me having to do all
So,
that.
oh well. Can, chase the guy with the machete. So, oh well. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so during your time online, are there guys who are trying to send nude photos or are they
Oh gosh.
asking nude photos from you?
Oh yeah, there are, but I immediately block them because
Oh,
I don't
okay.
want to.
So how often is that? Do you think like out of 10 guys, do you think how many of them would ask for a nude photo or
I should say four. Yeah, that's
4 out of 10?
yeah, 4 out of 10.
Let's draw Alexandra's perfect mate. Let's draw it like okay, so physically first. What about the height?
The height, I would say someone taller than me, not like very tall.
Okay, how tall is too tall? How tall are you? Five.
5'3". I don't know.
Okay, somewhere like that.
Yeah,
5'3". Okay, like let's say 5'3". So 5'4" and above.
5'5" or 5'6".
Okay, five.
Oh wow, I'm way
Five
above
six
that.
and above.
Mhm.
What about the skin color?
Oh, skin color doesn't matter.
Okay. What about the physique? Do you like someone who's chubby, athletic? I don't know, dad bod.
That bod.